Hey everyone, our next story is about a really amazing girl that has the ability to see things in a different perspective and maybe think a little bit deeper. So I hope you enjoy it. It is called A Girl Named October. It is by Zakaya A. Mohammed, art by Andrea Tripke. A Girl Named October. I really love the artwork in this one too. It's really pretty. October was a wise, quiet girl with long lashes of autumn wheat. She often would stand looking at nothing of which I could see. "What are you doing?" I asked one day. "I'm standing on the world," she responded with certainty. Then, pointing at my feet, she asked, "Aren't you?" I did not know how to answer, so I said nothing. Whenever I came across October, she always had the corners of her lips curved upward. "Why are you smiling?" I asked. "I'm touching the world," she said, her world seeming pleasant, calm, and full of purpose. "There are so many ways, aren't there?" I did not know how to answer, so I said nothing. One weary day, my frustration led me to pick up a stone, and I threw it into the water. I watched as it kissed the surface, sending out hundreds of ripples over the pond. October strolled beside me and whispered, "You see it, don't you?" I did not know how to answer, so I said nothing. As I rushed about on another occasion, I found October walking beside me with an armful of thick books. "What are you going to do with all those books?" I asked. October smiled, handing me one. "When I read them, I can see farther. Can't you?" I did not know how to answer, so I said nothing. One dreary morning, there was October in the window, painting with a light touch on the paper that picked up the greens, yellows, and purples that she swirled about the page. I called to her and asked, "Why are you painting?" She handed the painting to me and said, "So I can have longer arms. Do you know how far you can reach?" I did not know how to answer, so I said nothing. Sometimes I would find October sitting on a cracked old bench with a pen in her hand and a notebook in her lap. She wrote words that were soft and peaceful, and sometimes sharp and really too truthful. I asked, "Why are you writing those words?" She answered with hands outstretched like a century-old oak that wanted to sweep the stars out of the sky. "I speak loudly when I say nothing at all. You heard me, didn't you?" I did not know how to answer, so I said nothing. On a hot afternoon, I saw October running barefoot on the sandy shore as she tried to catch the breath of the wind on the sticky day. She stopped at a shell that captured the sun in its opal face. Delicate ridges lived on the shell, and October rubbed them between her fingers. She smiled and then put it back on the beach. I called out, "Why don't you keep it?" She looked up with cheerful eyes. "But I did. Didn't you?" I did not know how to answer, so I said nothing. A new season had come, and the dandelions had turned. They were now stalks of snowflakes, light and dusty and soft. October held a strand and blew gently on the puffy, flecked cotton ball. The specks caught the breath of October as they scattered fearlessly. October delighted in the dandelion fleece as though she were blowing candles on her very own birthday cake. I asked, "Why do you take the time?" She smiled and said, "My eyes are so much bigger when I do. What great things have you seen?" I didn't know how to answer, so I said nothing. A bad wind came one night, and everything was tossed and turned, and the sky was gray with worry. Yet there was October skipping over dusty sidewalks as though a carnival had come, and she would be the first one on every ride. I called out to her, "Why are you skipping?" She stopped to remedy an overturned bicycle and said, "Because my heart beats louder in a terrible storm. Doesn't yours?" I did not know how to answer, so I said nothing. Crisp leaves rustled under October's footsteps. I watched her cool shadow stretch to the tall oak. The tall oak stretched its lean, long branches to the blue jay, and the roots of the oak sink to the bottom of the earth. I took a deep breath, and I felt sad. The sun settled down, and the wind whispered at first and then was quiet. I was tired and had no answers. I was older and heavier in my heart, in my steps, and in my hope. I tried to lift my head, my very heavy head, and out of the corner of my eye I saw long lashes of autumn wheat blowing in my direction. October was smiling for me at this one moment when I was too tired, and then I did understand. October was touching the world as I smiled back. I knew I was touching it too. This is a really interesting story and makes us think a little deeper about our world and be more mindful of the things that are going on. When we take time in our lives to be mindful, we are able to see more things, to feel more things, to understand more things, and to be able to share those with others. So today, I'd like you to take time to be more mindful, and this just means instead of thinking about the past or thinking about the future, you just hold on to the things that are happening right now, and you enjoy those moments. So a lot of times it's good to go outside or find a peaceful place where you can just enjoy nature or the world around you. Like October, I like reading books, and that takes me to new places. I like writing and having my voice heard, even when I can't say those words. And painting is another way to just express those thoughts and things that are inside of you and to experience the moment. I hope you take some time today to enjoy this beautiful world that we live in and to know how much I love you.